All right, so we're going to rewind back, old school, and I'm not talking like 80s old school. I'm talking towns, farms, water wells, straw thatched roofs, that kind of old school. So you live in a town, a farmer comes into town and says, hey, I've got work that needs to get done on my farm, and I'll pay you $100, 100 farthings, galleons, and ducats, I don't know, but $100. Okay, so you're getting paid $100 to work for the day. You're grateful for the opportunity. You think that that's a good amount of money for the work. You're appreciative, and you go to work at the farm. Halfway through the day, the farmer realizes, I don't think this work is going to get done in time, so goes back to the town and brings back a new worker to help finish up for the second half of the day. As you're chatting with your new work buddy, you realize that your buddy is getting paid $100 for his day of work. Well, his day is a half day. You're getting paid $100 for the full day of work, and he's getting paid $100 for a half day of work. What's your immediate reaction to that? What's the story you tell yourself? Oh my gosh, I can't believe I'm getting treated so unfairly. I cannot believe that I'm getting paid basically half of what this guy's getting paid, because I'm here for the whole day and he's only here for half the day, and we're getting paid the same amount of money. But you realize that that's the story you're telling yourself. You realize those aren't facts. That's a story. Because if we're just looking at the facts, fact of the matter is nothing's actually changed about your agreement. Nothing's changed about the money that he's paying you. He hasn't doubled up the work. Nothing's changed about your agreement. Well, that was before I realized he was a tyrant and he was super unfair. Facts are facts. The story is yours to create. And you've created a story about how you're being treated unfairly and how this guy's not being very fair. Well, based on those same facts, you could actually tell yourself a story of how this guy's actually really generous. This farmer, oh my gosh, he's paying this person $100 for a half day of work? Wow, I've been here all day. I wonder what he potentially might do for me if I finish up the day and work here. You could also, based on those same facts, tell yourself the story of, wow, I'm thankful that he didn't make me work here till midnight because the work wasn't getting done. And based on your agreement, you actually agreed to finish all the work on your own in one day for that same wage. So he could have you come back tomorrow. He could have you come back, say, till midnight. Based on those same facts, you could tell yourself the story of, I wonder what this guy is bringing to the table, that he's getting paid $100 for a half day of work. Maybe he brings twice the experience. Maybe he's twice as productive. And actually, the story you should tell yourself is, I'm going to get smoked. I better get my butt in gear, because otherwise this guy is going to show me up. See, most people live in this world where they are not actually looking at facts. They're looking at the story they create for themselves. And that story they create for themselves is based on comparing themselves to everyone else. See, you didn't actually become unhappy with your situation until you started comparing yourself to everyone else. But that's the world we live in, right? The world's constantly trying to get us to compare ourselves to everyone else, the school they went to and the job they've got and the salary and the car and the house. And you're constantly comparing yourself to everyone else, but you realize that just makes your story miserable. If you just focus on your story, the story you're writing for yourself, you write a story of gratitude and appreciation and opportunity. It is amazing how many opportunities start opening up. Let's rewind back to the farm. We're back to the farm. Well, instead of complaining or thinking that you're being treated unfairly, now you start to work harder. And now the next time this farmer needs help, he doesn't actually go to the town to just ask anyone. He calls you. He talks to you. He's got you on speed dial in his ancient phone. He's got you on speed dial. He comes to you. He might even hire you. And he's got you there full time now because you did such a great job and you were focused on living your story. Don't focus on everyone else's story. Don't skew the facts. The facts are the facts. The story is yours to create. The only person that suffers from a negative story is you. Create a story that's full of opportunity, of appreciation and gratitude. We'll see you at the top.